We are rolling. Welcome back to another episode of Teen Talks. Today, I have the famous, one and only, 110K followers on TikTok.
I didn't know that.
How many followers do you have on Instagram now?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm going with 14K on Instagram. Lizzle my sizzle, the Leanna Morrone.
Thank you, everyone.
All right. So, for those of you who are coming from Lizzle my sizzle, my name is Michael, and Leanna has been my friend for...
This is a self-plug right now.
Yeah, how fucking long? Grade 7?
Back when Bass Pro hats were a thing.
Yeah, that's how long we've known each other for.
That's
so for a while. And we've been talking about doing a podcast together for, I don't know, probably a couple months.
Usually it's the topic of conversation over a watery pasta plate at lunch.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Or a horrible lasagna.
With hair in it, too.
I got a pulled pork sandwich. Had hair in it.
And
didn't refund. Just gave me a new one. And
I eat the hair at that point because you're desperate. Yeah. It's prison.
Lunch ladies are great, though. I'm not going to lie.
But, they're nice.
We have a bunch of conversations, and we're like, you know what? We should record it. And actually, Leanna was probably the first person that actually inspired me to do one. I was like, yo, I have good conversations. We should do a podcast. Our topics are TikTok fame and how fitting in is overrated. So I want to start with TikTok.
Okay.
So I know you were an early user of it. I do remember your Musical.lys back in the day, which were very entertaining.
No,
they were not. They were not like funny.
They weren't.
But they were like well done.
No.
Yeah. Okay. You had the hand motions down. That's for sure.
Yeah, that requires no skill. So.
No, are you kidding me?
No.
To get like the frame and focus and everything and perfect lighting.
Yeah, definitely. I've been trying to erase that from my memory for at least a couple of years now.
Oh,
and it's actually still on my channel or account. What's it called? TikTok account?
Yeah.
There's still some videos there. Oh my god.
I mean, I remember them, and I'm glad that you actually are getting a little bit of fame from your TikToks because I told you, I said
you definitely called
in grade 11 photography or whatever,
where
grade 10.
I actually almost failed the class and got kicked out 3 times
half of the
a
time.
day.
When we were in photography class, I told her, I was like, yo, you should really do YouTube. Because I knew she had it in her. And at that time, I was doing YouTube. But I knew that if she did YouTube, she would blow up. If she did some sort of social media, she would blow up. So I'm glad. Pay respect where respect is due on TikTok. Yo, that app, though.
It's
a great app.
Fucking... Can I swear on
Of
here?
course.
It is a fucking roller coaster.
It's a great app.
Like, I can't remember what life was before that app. I don't even want to sound dramatic. Like, what, or do I just not have a life? I don't know.
Well,
if it's
Vine
just me.
It was just reminded me of Vine. It
creates
that same feeling.
But the thing was with Vine, like, you couldn't get famous on there even if you tried.
Yeah, I know.
Like, you would get max 6 likes on a video after 6 months of it being posted.
Uh-huh.
Right? But TikTok is kind of like, they kind of help you out with that.
The algorithm is good. Like, me and Nicholas were just doing specialty fitness. Anyways.
Okay.
we were just doing TikToks and we were just having fun.
Yeah, it's really fun
to make them.
It's addicting.
Gym partner?
No, I don't go to the gym, but I can imagine. I think I stepped foot in the gym once.
Oh yeah? Apparently to your TikTok comments, they're simping for you. So how do you keep the simp alive? How do you keep the simp energy?
I literally...
What's the secret?
There is...
What's the Lizzle my sizzle secret?
No. I just literally record myself lip syncing.
So you're saying you don't try?
No, I definitely I don't even know how to say.
But like he literally posted.
Yeah.
2 days ago.
Yeah.
And look at the traction on his account is crazy.
Yeah.
Right. Obviously he doesn't get followers like crazy because it's easier. What are you looking at?
There's a dragonfly on the computer.
Oh my god. Oh yeah.
Do they sting?
No.
Okay. I don't care if I die.
Fun fact, Lizzle my sizzle is terrified of birds.
Oh, you didn't cut that camera.
he literally started his account 3 days ago and he's getting those numbers and getting that traction. It's crazy. Right? Yeah. So that's why I feel like TikTok is such a good app to promote yourself and to do what you want to do, especially all these art pages, comedians, people are getting exposure. Like it's a great app.
Yeah.
Like honestly.
I definitely started like when TikTok first became a thing, when they did the transition from like Musical.ly to TikTok, I definitely like started out and I was definitely trying kind of hard to like
Be famous.
Like, do what other people were doing.
Yeah.
And the minute I was like, fuck, this is not working out, I kind of just started, like, randomly filming at school, like, when I would, like, yell during class and, like, say dumb shit to, like, the teachers.
Yeah,
I would
I do
catch it
remember
on
that.
camera, and all of a sudden people, like, started liking it. I was like, what the fuck? Like, people like this shit? And then I was, like, kind of, like, continuing that.
Yeah.
I was getting in trouble at school. The teachers were like, I heard that I was on your TikTok account. And I was like, that's just getting views. Huh?
I don't give a fuck.
I didn't think you were on there.
Yeah.
Jesus. But, and then, I don't know, I got to where I am now, which is like, I don't know.
Like, how do you feel? Like, I mean, so many people are, like, trying to get these followers, get these exposure.
Yeah. What I think is, like, it's kind of like how a lot of things work in life is, like, when you stop trying to find it, it's going to find you. I definitely have not, like, got on there and been like, oh, I want to become famous. I need this many, followers by then. I would literally just film and post it, right?
But that's how everything is done. It's, like, on accident. People go viral so easily on TikTok. I mean, my TikTok went viral.
Yeah.
When on vacation. Because it's such a... The algorithm there is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, with this base now, like, what's next? You know? Like, are you thinking of what's next? Or are you just going to go with the flow?
I'm kind of just going with the flow. I have no idea.
The thing with you is you don't care enough to do it.
I know.
Like, if people were in your shoes, like, they'd be like, oh, I would drop merch.
Yeah.
I would do meet and greets because you don't care for the clout. You don't care because you're very down to earth and, like, not egotistic, right? Because some people are like, when I did forts, right? I started doing box forts. I did that accidentally with Benello, right? Yeah. And it got views. I'm like, what the hell? This has got like 70,000 views on YouTube. Because YouTube's hard to, like, get views on, pull views, right?
Yeah.
So when I started getting views, I'm like, okay, this is it. I'm gonna go bigger and better. Bigger and better. I do the 24 hours in a box mansion, right? I spent 3 days on it, right? I do the boat fort because it just got views. But I kind of felt like when I chased the views, I lost interest.
Yeah.
With YouTube, I just felt like I was so busy doing YouTube, and if I wanted to chill with someone, it would have to be on camera, and it kind of sucked. It was just like I don't know if I like this. TikTok it's quick. There was one of them where you were talking on the phone and you did a bunch of different angles.
Those the scary horror thing.
Honestly, I found like it was so. Sinisi would be proud.
Oh, would he? No, he was always disappointed in everything I showed him.
Sinisi would be proud. Yeah. Sinisi's our photography teacher that did not.
Yeah. No, I definitely
not like Leanna. No,
he hated me.
It was
I love you, John, but you don't love me. So.
Like, do you read your comments?
I do, yeah.
Yeah?
I definitely read them.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is read your comments.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to regret that.
I have some screenshots of some comments.
Okay.
And I really want you to answer them right now for the people, for the Lizzle my sizzle fans,
which are two people
here we
that
go.
I can think of.
Here we go. We got one from Stefan R10. Day 29 of simping, and I still haven't gotten a response. Why haven't you replied to Stefan R10?
I'm gonna be straight up. I don't know.
You don't know?
I didn't even know that.
You didn't know it was,
no.
But it was day 29.
You know what happens?
He did comment 28 other days.
Yeah, what happens is that I will open TikTok and I'll see, like, you know, a little, like, bunch of comments, and I'll scan through them and then close the app. Like, I'll just kind of see what's going on. If it's people that I follow back, like, for example, I guess you were, like, friends, I would, like, pay more attention to that. But if it's, like, random stuff, like people making comments on, like, my looks or something that has to do with simping or something like that, I don't know. I don't really like.
It's hard to focus on Stefan R10, even though he commented 28 other days.
I will respond to him.
You have to respond to Stefan.
I'll definitely give him a
shout out to Stefan, okay? Because Joseph _427, he says, one day Stefan, Leanna will notice.
Yeah.
So we gotta make Stefan's day. Because look, one day, bro, and he had a laughing emoji, so he doesn't believe it. So you need to make his dream come true. All right, next comment. I have been simping for you since birth. Now, C. Barker, have you known C. Barker since birth?
I have not. No.
So, what does he mean by he's been sipping since birth? That's just what I want to know.
Yeah, that's a good question. Give us your number and address, and we'll find you and figure it out.
And so there has been a run-on joke on your page for a very long time.
You caught on to that. Okay.
Last height comment. How are you going to say you're 5'4" if your head is basically touching the roof?
Yeah.
Now, there is different variety of heights.
Yeah.
So, what I'm going to do
is
I got a measuring tape.
Oh.
And we are going to measure Lizzle, my sizzle's height. And we are going to figure out once and for all how tall Lizzle my sizzles. So can you stand up for me?
Yes, I can. I look like I just showed up to my parents' room at 3 a.m. after I threw up on the floor.
You got a lot of compliments on that hoodie too.
Oh, yes, I did.
Yeah, it's Stewie. She has a really good Stewie accent too. Anyways, here we go.
Ryan. Your neighbors are moving out as we speak.
Fuck, I gotta go behind. Turn around.
Do you know how this works?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I don't.
Look,
Okay.
it has...
No, don't mention numbers, I'll get a migraine.
No, you're 5'5". 5'5", ladies and gentlemen. Lizzle my sizzle didn't even know her height. So how will you know? Now you know on the Teen Talks podcast. Lizzle my sizzle.
My deepest apologies. But I am 5'5".
All right, so there you go. Teen Talks podcast, you heard it here first. Lizzle my sizzle is 5'5". So enough with the height comments. Unless you want to...
No, you guys go ahead and do
for sure. That could be a great
you want.
merch idea, by the way. So if you want, just... Anyway.
No, but yeah, I'm definitely not 6'7". I like to stretch the joke.
So I've been asking a bunch of your questions. You have the floor now. Say what you got to say. I'll listen now.
I don't know. Like, pretty much based on the comments that I've gotten, like when I go live, a lot of things that I've gotten is that I come off on that app as like a mean girl, right? Like one of those like mean, like bullies, is that the word? Or like, you know, like a narcissist, like that type of person.
Yeah.
And then when I'll meet people like in person, or like somebody will like kind of have a conversation with me in person after seeing me on that app, they're like, this is not what I expected, right? Like, you're actually pretty fucking weird. I find that as a lesson, like, to not believe everything that you see. It's really easy to see people on social media and kind of like make assumptions, like they're like this, they're like that, they think this way. You really never know.
Do people come up to you?
No, but I get a lot of like interactions after where I'm out somewhere and someone will say like, I saw you.
But I saw like, oh, I saw you at La Paloma, or I saw you here.
La Paloma, like, that's not somewhere that I hang out, but I definitely like went there once. Like, I kind of got out of the car there once. And after that, like, I was like, there's some people in my DMs like, I just saw you at La Paloma, and I'm like, never fucking going there again.
Speaking of DMs, let's read a couple.
I'm gonna scroll and like just stop. And then
you could do like, I don't know, 2 maybe. Is that an interesting one?
This isn't that interesting, but I just want to read it in the voice that I'm hearing it in. Okay, so odds are you aren't going to see this, but you're attractive as fuck, and I'm attractive as fuck. We're on the same page. Let's make it work. Just let me shoot my shot, give my DM a reply, and let's see how it goes. And that was from Dominic. This one is actually pretty interesting.
Okay, go.
Okay, so you probably get DMs all the time, and I'm just amongst those guys and gals. But how does someone like you exist? Like, it doesn't make sense. You look like you defy evolution. As in, humans are supposed to progressively get more attractive, funny, and creative over time. But then you come along looking like an Amazonian Greek goddess. It just ain't fair. My Spotify must be bugging. Really doesn't have you listed as the hottest single. Mason.
Kind of lame.
Okay,
A little
so
paragraph going on right here.
This is from Jason. Now, I just wanted to read this one because I like it. I read this once, and I didn't get a chance to reply.
You sound like that Australian TikToker that gets views from whispering names.
Oh.
By the way.
Our Jason. Next is Michael. And then we have Nicole.
And she goes like this.
Oh my God, guys. It's so amazing being an ASMR.
She has a really good Australian accent. Can you do that for
Yeah, no problem, bruh. Ew. Okay, so this is what it says. From Jason Zum. Okay, this means a lot to me, so I just want to read this and take the time to shout this guy out. Ignore all the stupid and disrespectful comments from all the guys. Yeah, we all know you're pretty, but I want to make sure your mental health is okay, because that's the only thing that matters. You might answer to this, and you might not. But just know, in order to be happy, it only takes self-love and self-respect. Keep going, girl.
See, that's nice. Are you gonna reply to that?
I'm actually gonna reply right now.
Jason,
I love you. Thank you so much.
You want to read one more, or do you want to? I feel like if we're gonna get on that track, I don't know which one I'm posting first, but like self-love is super important, and especially like for me in my past, and J. Cole's "Love Yours" is such a huge pinnacle part of my life. So I really rate what he said about like self-love, and the only way to satisfy others is if you satisfy yourself first. So respects.
Oh my God, I just read a very inappropriate one.
See, but how do you feel just scrolling through a bunch of people's like
it's weird, it's crazy.
Like, is it like
I feel almost like shitty that I can't just respond to like every single one and be like, thank you. Like, this means more to me than you think, but this is a lot. Like, I can't, respond to every single thing, right? As much as I want to.
You had a YouTuber role model, no?
You never, like, Joe Santagato.
Joe Santagato, right?
I've messaged him so many times.
This is another reason why I'm doing a podcast, because of the Basement Yard.
Yeah.
How do you feel that Danny's not on that anymore?
I know. I don't know. It's sad. It's like a missing part. But he's coming back.
Frankie's good, though.
Yeah, Frankie's good. Frankie's great. But can I just put that out there? Like, he's never going to see this. But, like, Joe Santagato, I've been watching him since I was in grade 5.
That's fucking crazy how we both been watching him since grade 5.
I don't know about you, but I put all my friends, I put everybody I know on it.
Oh, Basement Yard?
Everybody.
I put Daniel Marte, like my Banff podcast.
Yeah,
Daniel put him on Basement Yard. Chris, all of them.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't listen to podcasts, but I listened to it in the background, and he found it funny, right?
I put everybody on him. He literally is like my favorite person.
No, if we're really gonna go into Joe Santagato,
I know we can't. We'll sit here for like a long time.
I want to say this though. I remember Joe Santagato's podcast, like the Basement Yard. Honestly, I listened to that every Monday, and I would look forward to it, and I would listen to it in the hallways when I went to school, when I was in the gym. I was dying of laughter on the subway with my hood up, and my dad. We were going to Raptors game. My dad was like, "What the fuck are you laughing about?" And it was so funny. My Banff trip, like, honestly, every single thing, when I was really low, like I got like bad mark or something, like pissed me off that day.
Yeah.
I would listen to him, and then for some reason it was just
everything
disappear.
was fine. Yeah.
That's why I started it, because I feel like conversations that I have, we talk all the time during lunch and drama and everything. I feel like because we both have really similar mindsets.
Yeah.
And we're both on like kind of like this same level of things.
Yeah.
Shout out to Joe Santagato.
Shout out, man. Like, I fucking love you.
But anyways, let's move on to our next topic. Fitting in is so overrated. For me, I've been on both sides of the spectrum. I have a twin brother, right? And I always relied on my twin brother for plans. It was always like, hey, Andrew, what are you doing? Right? Izzo, at Wonderland. Hey, Andrew, what are you doing? Where are we going? Right? It's always like he had the plans and then I just tagged along.
Yeah.
Right? And I kind of felt like shit, because it's like, yo, I can't make my own friends. Like, I'm so social, but I can't make my own friends. So I kind of felt like shit. I kind of knew people, but I felt like if Andrew was with my brother, no one would know me. Right? I always felt like, oh, I'm here with Andrew and his brother. It wasn't like Michael.
Yeah.
It wasn't Michael. It was his brother, Andrew's brother. So I felt like I was in the shadow. It's kind of like, oh, this kind of sucks. Because I'm more social, right? And at that time, Andrew was like in his fuckboy phase. So I was kind of like, what the fuck? When I grew up, it was just, I was super, super mature for my age. And I've been on both sides. I've been the lowest of low, and then I've done my parties, right? And I had the grade 9 party where I knew everyone, and everyone knew me, right? Because I was the person organizing it. So it wasn't like, oh, go to Andrew, it was go to Michael.
Yeah.
So I kind of felt like, okay, this is my niche. Like, this is what I want to be known for now. Because if I'm not known for this, then what am I known for?
Yeah.
And then I started doing YouTube. My party ego was started driving into like the YouTuber, right? It wasn't like, oh, Michael, he throws banger parties. It was Michael, he makes cringy YouTube videos. And at the time, I was like, yo, this is what I want to do. Honestly, I loved it because it took a lot of time. Like, I remember watching your videos and be like, yo, I want to do videos. I did my vlogs. I had a good amount of time. Honestly, I had pretty good traction at first, like that summer, but it was a lot of sacrifice. I sacrificed all my friends, and all those connections I made, all gone. And I was down again. Why is no one chilling? Why is no one messaging me? And then I realized, no one's messaging me, not because they don't like me. It's because I don't try to message them, right? It's because every time I ask them to chill, it's for a YouTube video. I'm like, hey, you know what? Let me try something different.
Yeah.
This summer, I'm going to text people. And I'm going to actually try. No YouTube, no nothing. I'm going to put YouTube to the side. I'm going to take a break. And I took a break. And then still nothing.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, what the fuck? I was like, I put YouTube to the side. I stopped what I actually like to do because I thought it was ruining my social life.
Yeah.
And then I still had no social life. So then I thought, started talking about, oh, this is my fault. It's me. It's a me problem. People don't like me because of me. And I was just, alone. You know what I'm saying? I went from such a high state to, oh, Michael throws parties to YouTube. Ruined all my relationships. And then I came back to, let me do something. Let me talk to people. Let me try to revive these relationships. Nothing. I was like, what the fuck? And then I made that video called I Just Want to Have Fun. Is what I kind of broke down in front of camera. The cliche apologetic video. And I thought I was going to regret it. But honestly, if I'm talking about it now and I didn't delete it, then it's something right. And that state was just low. No one kind of understands. Because I remember one of my friends, I won't name drop, you're always so happy.
Yeah.
It's just like, yo, if you like, you think that like I'm happy,
Yeah.
like this is what I'm saying. Like I feel like the funniest people are the most depressed because they strive, they strive off people's humor.
Yeah.
If I can make you laugh, I'm happy. That's what the problem with me is. I was always relied on people. When you make people laugh, how do you feel?
No, yeah, I that's the only time I feel like pretty good.
Because you feel like you're doing something
Yeah.
to someone's day. Like, yo, every time I talk to you, you fucking make me die. And like that's why like sometimes when we have our conversations, like sometimes it makes my day because
Yeah.
it's like, you know, we're in high school, you get so much shit on your brain.
Yeah.
And sometimes you gotta vent it out, and
Yeah,
you're a good
yeah.
listener.
Yeah.
Right? And because I talk a lot, but that's why I got a podcast. And then I was just so broken.
Yeah.
Right? And I remember listening to Reborn on Kids See Goes by
Yeah,
Kid Cudi. You
yeah,
know that
yeah,
song?
yeah, yeah.
And it was just on replay.
Yeah.
And I was just like, there's something that like the hymns, like the humming or something that hit me. I broke down. And right after, I'm like, I need to talk to someone, but I had no one. So I talked to the only one that was left, and that was my camera. And I talked to my camera, and I wasn't going to post it. I just
Yeah.
wanted to watch it. I wanted to think about it. And then I watched it. And I connected to it, and there was something in my gut feeling said, I don't want to do this for attention. I just want people to know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care if like I get called like a bitch for crying on camera because real men cry. You know what I'm saying? We all have emotions, you know?
Yeah.
And the people that hide it are the real pussies. You know what I'm saying?
For lack
So,
of
like-
better words.
Huh?
For lack of better words.
Yeah, seriously. But like honestly, I felt like right after that, there was something in me. I went to
Yeah.
Veld. I went to the cottage. I had fun with my friends, right? Then I threw my party at the end, like back to school, and I got my clout again, right? And then I started throwing parties and parties and parties. And I stopped posting. And I started doing parties because I wanted to be known for parties. I didn't want to be known for the cringe YouTuber. And then I felt that these parties were just ego driven.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel like my heart wasn't there anymore. It was just I want to do parties because I want to be known for this. And I stopped.
Yeah.
Cold turkey on it. And my last one, I said, fuck it.
Yeah.
First of all, people were getting sick of it. But I was just, and I got all these people on this one club. And then I wanted to be a party promoter because I wanted to be known for that. And then I said, fuck it. Because it wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
Because ego and jealousy are the root of all evil.
Yeah.
And that's what I believe to the day I die. Because people that are jealous of you will make fun of you.
Yeah.
Right? People that are egotistic will have such a hard head that they can't be understanding.
Yeah.
They can't be open-minded. Right? And that's the hardest part. Because you want them to be open-minded.
Yeah.
Your
Well,
turn.
how I see it is like, you know, with all due respect, I think that it's like good that we're sitting here because I come from like a complete different place. So for me growing up, felt like I've been just a little different than everyone else, right? I've always kind of felt like, you know, no matter what crowd I'm around, I've always kind of felt like I'm just on my own no matter what, because I like went through a lot growing up that kind of matured me at a young age. So I was never one to care about like, you know, who was going to be where and who was I going to hang out with, right? And I think that's a big part of what like hurt you a lot, is that you kind of grow up into something and you kind of accept the reality in which is presented to you no matter who shows you, right? And you can be told something by somebody for like your whole childhood and instantly you believe it, right? And you kind of grew up into something where you thought that, you know, what mattered was being in the crowd. You kind of grew up around, like you said, your brother, whatever, who was like kind of a part of that crowd. Maybe you had like this house in an area where everybody kind of lived, and that kind of stuff trains you in a way to a point where you kind of shift out of that, and all of a sudden you're like, this isn't normal.
This is not me.
And you're
And
like,
that's what I felt.
And you're like, nobody's texting me. Like, why isn't anyone texting me? I grew up, nobody was ever texting me, right? Nobody was ever talking to me. I was definitely always just on my own. No matter who I was with, I was in a shadow because I just didn't care.
Yeah.
I couldn't bring myself to care what people thought about me. And the funny part is that the more that I say that, the more people are like, no, that's bullshit.
Because people say that. Like, it's like,
Yeah.
I'm so nice. People
Yeah.
that say that are like usually the rudest. You were talking about how growing up,
Yeah.
you always felt like you were in someone's shadow. And like, I always felt like I was in Andrew's shadow. And like, when I was younger, I learned when I did angel hair, why in the world are people bullying me? Because they used to call me girl. They used to say, cut my hair everywhere I went, whether it was swimming lessons, birthday parties. I remember going to a fucking bakery and someone saying, and what does your sister want? Like, it's this, it's like when people say, oh, it was just a joke. It was
Yeah.
just a joke. It's like, yo, if a joke happens every single day, is it really a joke?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like all good jokes come with true shit.
Yeah, yeah.
The same rope climb up on the hang you
Cut
with.
the goddamn camera. This shit's over.
I quote J. Cole like a Bible, by the way. But yeah, like I feel like I grew up at a young age learning that doing something good was not always gonna come with a good journey.
Yeah.
You know. But to this day, after all the accomplishments I accomplished in my lifespan right now, I will always put that number one because it made me grow into a person that I don't know what I would do if I wasn't like that. Because I was insecure as fuck, yo. Like, you know, imagine every day getting called like bullied, being in your brother's shadow.
Yeah.
Right? Not knowing that you are more mature than everyone else and not wanting to do what everyone else does, but kind of being forced to follow the crowd. And that's what I gotta tell you guys. It's like, yo, even if you're like entering high school, grade 9, 10, 11, I don't even give a fuck, bro. You're grade 7, because I know that it all starts in grade 6, grade 7. Popularity is not what you think it is. People that are popular are only popular because they are infused in so much drama. Like, there's so much drama surrounded by people that are popular, and that's why they're up. That's why they're talked about. Like I said, I've been on both sides. I've been alone with no one. I've been on top with 700 people coming to my parties. And I will tell you right now that there's no point of trying to not be yourself or give in to people just because you need to fit in, because I'm telling you, it's overrated and you will regret it. And most of the people that I talk to, and I have conversations now, being in their brother's shadows and trying to motivate themselves to do something in the wrong way. Fucking crash parties and get into fights and Nicky Nine Door, egg houses, all this fucked up shit that I was kind of forced into. And I didn't do that shit, don't get me wrong, but I've seen it and I could have gotten into so many fights. You have no idea. My parties, if I said no to someone and it was the wrong person, it was horrible. You don't need to come into school, especially high school, because it's a toxic fucking place, yo. And if you let it beat you down, it will fuck you around. I say this quote and I'll say it again. It's hard to be real when everyone's fake around you.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
It's hard because if you don't want to be fake, you don't want to give in, then you stand out. But you don't want to stand out because you want to be accepted, so you give in. That's the high school dilemma. And I'm telling you right fucking now, find good friends. You don't need to know a whole grade. And if you do, cool. If you're cool with everyone, be cool. But there's going to be that one person that's always going to find that one thing to make fun of you of. Your one little mistake, they'll fucking hold it against you. We take it for granted. Some things that we do. It's like, yo, you have a platform that you could do stuff on. Like, you could promote stuff. You could influence people. You're an influencer. And no matter how, I know you're not egotistic, but you have some sort of platform to do something. So how are you going to use it, right? And for me, I don't give a fuck if like my clout dropped because I stopped doing my parties. I'm happy now. I'm satisfied. I'm doing what I want to do. All these people that I respect, I keep them close because those are the people that you're gonna spend your time with. The rest, I was just forced to see.
Yeah. I definitely back to like the high school thing. I've just never given a fuck. That's the thing. And
You haven't, yo.
I've gotten that a lot. A lot of people are like, have said to me that I just like don't care, and that's true. I've never given a fuck.
You have your values.
Yeah, like of course I liked high school. I thought it was fun, but a lot of things were just a waste of energy. Like people kind of got caught up in the wrong things, and there was very minimal people who got caught up in the right things. It's just I've never been the type to be caught up in any of that bullshit. I've never been caught up in caring about parties. I've never ever cared about fitting in or what I'm wearing. I never cared about that, and I think that's the only reason that on TikTok now anybody is attracted to me. It's because I just don't care putting myself up in like a mask and like performing. Like I would literally just do it. And
if you like it, you like it.
And if you don't, like, what am I gonna do, right? That's my mindset for
everything. Like, when I, well, especially with this stuff, because this is, you know, it's hard to start off like a podcast. Like, I can't do it just because I want to do something. I want to get views.
Yeah.
Right? I'm doing a podcast because I feel like my conversations are very intense. And there was one thing that Amanda said, you need to talk to let it out. I need to hear it to let it go. And I feel like every single thing that I talk about to people, that's an explanation of everything. Because some people need to, like, especially with Chris, I talk to Chris a lot, like 2:00 in the morning after we do our thing, we chill with people, and then we come back and I drop them all off, and then Chris is always the last pit stop, and we just talk 2:00 in the morning for like an hour. I need to talk to let it out. Some people need to hear it to let it go.
I think for me it took a lot of bullshit in my life to realize, like, at a very young age, might I add, a very young age, that nothing matters. what you wear, what you talk about, what music you listen to, oh my God, how you look, nothing matters because everybody's dying. That's just how it works, and that's how my mind works. I have like this tattoo that I live by. It's just let it be.
You just got it.
Yeah, no, I got it a while.
Well, by the time I fucking saw you, I don't know the last time. I saw you March. Take that in.
I stay in my room at all hours of the day, but no, it's just like...
I had to pay her to come here.
Definitely. Should we show them the cash?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
No, but it's just, that's something that I live by, is just let it happen. Whatever is meant to happen will happen. You know, like, let it be can be taken in so many different ways. But I see it as, people want to talk, let them talk. People don't want to talk, don't let them talk. People want to tell you this, let them tell you. People want to fucking call you this, let them call you that, because it does not matter. And the more you try to please other people, the less you're going to have inside of you for yourself. That's how I see it.
No,
and
I totally agree with that.
Yeah, I just think if you can enjoy, like, yourself alone, there's no way you're enjoying yourself around other people. That's just how it works. I've become really good at reading people, kind of. Like, I'm not gonna say reading, like...
Yo, that's what I'm saying with Leanna. Like, she's so humble, where she knows she's right, but she just needs other people to, like, know that she doesn't want to be, like,
oh, yeah.
You know?
Like, I don't want to sound like, you know...
No, but you do. You are good at reading people, and you're a good listener, and that's why sometimes when I want to vent, it's like, you're the first one. Like, where the fuck's Leanna?
Thank you.
You know?
Yeah.
Because it's like, you know, I got a couple people that kind of go like this when I talk.
Yeah.
Right? But then the people, especially the people who I brought on the podcast...
Yeah.
Are the ones that are good listeners, because sometimes I fucking talk too much. I ramble. Some things that I say are fucking facts.
Yeah.
And I forget it. Go, yo, what did I say? I could talk for a whole 3 hours to my friend. I felt something in my heart. I was like, yo, I did something.
Yeah.
With whatever it was, I did something. Yeah. Fuck.
But yeah, as I would like, just my mindset is just because I don't really like broadcast I don't know when I would, but I don't really like, even on TikTok or wherever the fuck I am ever, I don't really like talk about like what's up here, right? Because there's a lot and it's fucking scary. But there's definitely like some parts that I'm like, I never get a chance to talk about it, so people can kind of get the wrong idea. You know, people like in social groups that have been around me maybe don't know much about me and think I'm one way, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm just the type of person, I don't care who you are, like, I'll talk to you, right? I don't care, like...
Leanna could be mean, though.
Got the camera. Yeah, I've definitely gotten to a point where I have no hatred in my heart. I don't have any parts of me
grudges
that I hold against other people, right? If you have heard this about me, or if you thought this about me or whatever, like, my whole point is, if you don't like me, you don't like me. If you like me, you do. What can I fucking do?
Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's hard, though. To, like, because my thing was, I needed to be liked by everyone, and I needed to satisfy everyone, and it never worked.
Yeah.
And I learned that the hard way, very hard way.
Yeah.
Right? Through, like, losing friends, making the wrong decisions. And honestly, like, you'll never be satisfied until you satisfy yourself. And it goes back to the love yours. It goes back to everything that I kind of learned from my role models, right? And I do want to say this, that the people that you surround yourself with, and I did cover this in another podcast with Alex, but the people that you surround yourself with are the people you are going to be. And if you don't like the people, if you don't like your friends, then why are your friends?
Yeah.
You know? You good?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I feel refreshed, Joe.
Yeah, I feel pretty good.
Okay. Well, thank you for listening to this Teen Talk podcast. If I talked too much and you didn't hear whatever you wanted from Lizzle My Sizzle, I'm sorry. But I hope you guys did enjoy and took a little bit from it, man. There's a lot of good things we said.
If you did come here from anything that has to do with me, I just want to end off by saying to anybody who does not know me, or to anybody that has come here from any social media that has to do with me, I care about anybody who has ever like reached out to me. I care a lot about people who like interact with my stuff, and I really do. Maybe I'm not that good at like
Leanna's
showing
very hard to be affectionate. You're not. No?
Am I?
I
don't know. I don't
because you're so humble and down to earth that you can't. Every time people talk about you, you get uncomfortable. You kind of like,
Oh, I don't do that.
Yeah, you do. In fucking drama, every time like Amanda tries to hype you up, you're just like, hey, let's stop. And you just like, she always has to like put herself down because like it's like too much attention. She gets like you get kind of nervous.
It's just that, see, like I want it to be.
You just don't want it to be about you.
Yeah, like I want it
That's
to
what
be
it is.
like, if I'm gonna make a joke, like the joke's over, it was a funny joke. Like, I don't kind of want it to be like, oh shit, like yeah, you're like, and then it gets into me like, no, she knows exactly what to say, and then I'm like, fuck, don't make this about me, fuck, like
Yeah.
make another joke about dark humor, why your dad hates you, like fuck.
Yeah, you say the littlest thing.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it goes wrong, and you're just like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Like this is not live. I could cut anything out.
Yeah.
Right.
So-
But like when it comes to like in person, it's like oh I don't want to really speak my mind. I'm not even gonna plug you because half the
Yeah,
people
don't worry about it.
half the people are gonna come from mine. But if you guys are coming from it, show your support. If you guys enjoy, maybe we'll have her back. I mean, I'm down. It's all.
I'm not.
Um,
I'm just kidding. No, I'm
but-
fucking out of here. I'm just kidding.
when the cameras are off, she's fucking gunning
Yeah,
it.
and I'm hopping the fence right
Yeah.
over here.
Right. No, my neighbors hate me, so I don't think that's a good idea.
Well, peace out, guys. Thank you for watching.
It don't matter.